Greetings, Phenixx fans. I'm David Sanders, and welcome to the world of Warcraft. For the next couple of weeks, I'll be your guide to the massive new updates that have been added to World of Warcraft as part of the Shadowlands pre-patch that went live on October 13th. This guide is mostly intended for returning players who haven't played since, say, Cataclysm or even before, because there have been some significant changes to the game in this patch, and since the last time anyone targeted by this guide has played, so I'm gonna go over that in as much detail as I can, as quickly as I can, but this still may take a couple of episodes, so for the next few weeks, we'll cover what we can, and I hope this is beneficial to you. So let's go ahead and log in and start going over all the changes, shall we? Okay, so here we are at the character selection screen, and the first thing you'll notice, especially if you're a returning player, is that all of your character's levels have been significantly reduced. Now, don't worry, you may have heard about the recent Cataclysm bug that made players' characters look and be as strong as they were at the end of Cataclysm. This is not one of those scenarios, at least I hope not. But instead what it is one of the major aspects of Shadowlands, namely the game's first ever level squish. The game's maximum character level has been reset to 60. Oh, I've been disconnected, okay, whatever. As I was saying, the game's maximum character level has been reset to 60, with all characters who were the previous max level of 120 having had their levels reduced to 50. This is done so that all level 50 characters can jump straight into Shadowlands content whenever the expansion releases, and get level 60 from there, because, you know, you're supposed to quest through the new expansion's content to get to max level. So, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, I guess I haven't been disconnected. What the heck was that about? Anyway. So, I'm gonna show you how the new character select screen works. I think this is really cool. Well, I should say character creation screen, not character select. So, are you ready to have your minds blown when I click this button? I hope you're wearing a sturdy hat and/or helmet. Yes! Each class now has its own unique animations and everything, see? So we got a Blood Elf Mage here. He's casting some spells, as they do. And you may have seen that my main character, Righteous over there, is a human paladin, so let's see what that looks like, shall we? So that's the paladin unique class creation animation. And you can see the races have been given new buttons to click on. No longer are the allied races in their own menu. They're right up with the core races, where I've always thought they should be. And since I've unlocked all 10 allied races as of today at the time of recording, I obviously have access to every race that's currently playable. So what I'm gonna do is... what race has the most customization options? I'm gonna make a Night Elf. Night Elf... Hunter, I guess. There's the Hunter animation for you, if you were curious what that looks like. And another new aspect of this patch is the fact that pretty much every race, except most allied races, unfortunately, has received several metric tons of new customization options. So let me show you. For one thing, all of this is new. You don't have to click on the buttons anymore to get what you want. You can just click here and scroll through all of it, see what it looks like before you select anything. Of course, I'm going to have a Night Elf Mohawk, because that is how I roll. Let's see. You can customize your face, as always. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and randomize this. Yeah, that'll do. So you can click here, And now all Night Elves can have a blindfold, not just Demon Hunters. You can customize your eyebrows, as you always could with Night Elves. You can customize your ears. You have scars from the burning of Teldrassil if you'd like them, or just other types of scars in general. You can put vines in your hair if you'd like. You can change the color of the vines, because why not? Gonna have purple vines and green hair, because those are the Phenixx gaming colors after all. And then if you click here, you can... Oh, Night Elves have tattoos now? I didn't know that. Okay, and then the name randomizer is still here, so... That's how that works. Malfort. I like it. Let's roll with that. Now this is new. You don't automatically just start in Shadowglen anymore as a Night Elf. You can if you want to, but you can also start in Exile's Reach, which is an entirely new starting zone available to all races, and it's designed to help new players get a feel for everything that has been changed or updated or added since several expansions ago. Or it's also beneficial for returning players as well, because as WOWHEAD points out, 15 years and 8 expansions can add a lot of content that can overwhelm and confuse people who haven't really kept up with it. So, we'll show some Exile's Reach footage later, but for now I want to show you how Demon Hunters and Death Knights operate. So I'm gonna go back to the character creator. There's a Goblin Rogue looking pretty stabby. I'm gonna make a Night Elf Demon Hunter. And that's that, pretty much. No, actually, I'm gonna make a Death Knight. Same general idea. I'm gonna just go ahead and randomize this. Perfect. Randomize the name. Mithridor. One does not simply walk into Mithridor. He wouldn't appreciate that very much. So, my druid that I just created will start at level 1, as is tradition, but Demon Hunters and Death Knights have always started at much higher levels than regular characters of other classes. Death Knights have always started at level 55, unless you're an allied race Death Knight or a Pandaren Death Knight, in which case you start at level 58, and Demon Hunters have always started at level 98. So how does this work with the level squish? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me show you. See? He's level 8. So, I'm not sure at this point if Demon Hunters and Death Knights still have to go through their class-based instanced starting zone, or if they can go through Exile's Reach as well. But, I just wanted to demonstrate that for you. And now what I'm gonna do is actually, I'll keep this Death Knight for now. I'm gonna log in on my main, on Righteous, and show you some new things that you can only see once you're actually in-game. Okay, so here I am at the Stormwind Embassy, or outside of it, and you'll see that there's a bit of a discrepancy here in terms of my appearance, specifically that of my weapon. For I am currently a Retribution Paladin, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave trade chat just in case. Hang on. Okay. So, Righteous is a Retribution Paladin, and yet those of you who played during Legion will know that he has equipped the Silver Hand, which is the Holy Paladin artifact weapon. So how does this work? There's a bit of a discrepancy there, as I said. Well, I'm glad that I get to demonstrate this for you, because if I go ahead and put up my Grand Expedition Yak here, so I have instant access to a transmog vendor, and I go down here to weapons, you can transmog any weapon that from your class, any artifact weapon that you have access to, including all the hidden appearances that you may have unlocked back when Legion was current, which was about 100 million years ago, it feels like. So if I go to two-handed maces, I have the Silver Hand here, and all of its appearances. If I go to two-handed swords, I have Ashbringer, and all of the appearances that I unlocked for it. I don't get me wrong, I love Ashbringer. I loved playing my Paladin in Legion because of Ashbringer, but I'm aesthetically more partial to Warhammers, which is why I've gone with the Silver Hand, and I've gone with a gold and blue theme to match the whole, you know, theme of the Alliance, as you can see up here, Hammerbro of the Alliance. So that you can transmog pretty much anything at any level now as well. You don't have to reach a specific level necessarily to unlock the ability to transmog, say, gear from Battle for Azeroth. See, I've got all my appearances here. But let's go to a barber shop so I can show you some more neat stuff, shall I? So I'm going to just fly over to the Trade District of Stormwind, which is where the barber shop is located. It's a bit of a flight, so bear with me. Nearly there. Okay, and then... Okay, so there's the Flight Master, which means the barbershop is down this way. Ah, trees. My one weakness. Here we are. So, if you're getting back into the game at the start of the pre-patch, you'll likely notice a lot of people at the barbershop, and let me show you why. So, here's some more of the new customization options I mentioned. You can customize a lot of things on humans, new hairstyles, new skin colors, you know, things of that nature. New hair colors. But what you may not have noticed, unless you're particularly keen-eyed, is that up here, you can change your character's gender at will. That's right, folks. You don't have to pay Blizzard real money to do that anymore, and you can do it as often as you like, as long as you have the gold. So that's one of the more prominent new features available at barbershops. Druids can also customize their various shapeshift forms at barbershops. I'll show you what that entails later, because I have a higher level druid on this account somewhere. So I'll take him to Stormwind and go to the barbershop, show you what that's about. And let's see, we've covered the level squish, we've covered the character creation screen, character customization. The thing on my helmet is floppy. Look at it as I run. Oh yeah, I can show you new talents and things while I'm thinking about it. Once you hit level 10, you can choose from any of these specializations, of course, depending on what weapons you have equipped. If you go to talents, you'll notice that a lot of the abilities that were once talents have been made baseline abilities. So, for instance, if you played up until this patch, you'll notice that, sorry, that's a bit loud, let me get away. Actually, let me just fly up so I can speak without being disturbed. Okay, so you'll notice that Wake of Ashes is no longer a talent. That is now a baseline ability available to all Retribution Paladins. You'll also notice that one PvP talent has been removed. The one that gave you abilities like Gladiator's Medallion, Relentless, and Adaptation, I believe it was called. You can still sign up for War Mode. I believe that still has to be done in Stormwind and Orgrimmar, although you can still turn it off at any rest area should you want to. And you get talent at 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. I'm not sure when the PvP talent slots unlock. I haven't really done much leveling, to be quite honest with you, at the time of recording. So let's have a look at my spellbook here. You'll see that I have my General tab, I have my Paladin tab, which is abilities available to all 3 Paladin specs, and then I have my spec-specific tab, which is Retribution in my case. So, in the General Paladin tab, I have things like Avenging Wrath, Blessing of Freedom, Blessing of Protection, Blessing of Sacrifice, Consecration, which is now a baseline ability for Retribution, which is very nice in my opinion. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. Auras have returned to most Paladin specs, if not all 3, I'm not quite sure. So right here I've got Devotion Aura active. Party and raid members within 40 yards are bolstered by their devotion, reducing damage taken by 3%. I've also got Turn Evil, I believe is a new ability, although I could be wrong. Word of Glory has made a return. Shield of the Righteous is, for some reason, a Retribution ability. I don't believe Retribution Paladins can use shields, but I guess that's a thing. And in the Retribution tab, we've got Blade of Justice, Blinding Light, which is a talent, Cleanse Toxins, Divine Storm, Final Reckoning, which is a very good talent. It basically gives you a watered-down version of the Lightforged Draenei racial that allows you to essentially call down a holy death beam at will. You got Rebuke, Seraphim, which is a talent and is very good, in my opinion. Wake of Ashes, like I mentioned, baseline ability now. Automatically generates 3 holy power, basically does what it did in Legion, except it generates like 2 fewer holy power, I believe. I could be wrong on that. And then down here, you've got your masteries and your passive abilities. So yeah, oh, Hammer of Wrath isn't a talent anymore. Gonna go ahead and put that right. What is that? Hand of Hindrance? Okay, I'll put that right where my Flight Master's Whistle is, because now that I can fly in battle for Azeroth, I don't really need that anymore. And what else can I show you? Oh, professions. That's a thing I can show you. So if I go to the Tailoring Trainer, which I believe is in the Mage Quarter. So we're flying over here. Alright, now we gotta find the tailor. Let's just ask this guard. Hey guard, where's the tailoring trainer? Oh, I'm right near it, okay. Yes, yes, for the Alliance and whatnot. This is a place? This is a place, okay. Trade me, tailor man. So, with all production professions that can craft gear and weapons, actually I think it's just gear, you can learn what are called these Relics of the Past, which allows you to increase the item level and the required level of any gear that you can craft with that profession. So that if you have a character who is a lower level than your main, but needs gear that is appropriate for their level that you can put one of those relics on it to make it powerful enough to be appropriate for their level. So if I open my professions menu here, go to tailoring. Let's have a look at these Relics of the Past, shall we? So we need Relic of the Past 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then there's a version for Cataclysm as well. Don't know, not really sure what the difference is, to be quite honest with you, aside from the materials needed to craft everything. So that's a thing you can do, and I suggest you do it if you have a lot of alts with or higher level characters that aren't your main with crafting and production professions that can make gear. I wonder if this works for weapons too. I'll have to find out and cover that in a future episode of this guide if that's the case. I should have done more research before I started recording, but I gotta get these videos done on time, you know? So, what else? What else is there that I can show you right now without logging out? I think that might be everything for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch to my druid so I can show you how the different shapeshift forms can be customized, and then we'll play things by ear. Okay? Alright. Thanks to the magic of video editing, I will be back in 3, 2, 1, and I'm back. Look at that. So, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to Stormwind, which I can thankfully do by taking a nearby portal. Here we are. Ooh, someone put down a Blingtron, how nice of them. I'll have to remember to open that later. Alright, and shift into travel form. And off to the barber shop we go. Buildings, my secondary weakness other than trees. Okay. So this is, I am a feral druid, I believe. I've spec'd into feral right now, so I can customize my bear form and my cat form. So these are all the various bear forms that you can customize and choose from. I'm gonna go with that one, just because I like it. Except... Wait, I wasn't done yet, barber. Dang it. Okay, so now we go to cat form. These are all the night elf cat forms available. I'm gonna go with that one, because I like it. Okay. So, my talents have been reset on this character, because this is the first time I've logged in on them in a while. So, let's see what the new druid talents are, shall we? I've always gone Sabertooth. Renewal sounds good. Guardian Affinity sounds good. Heart of the Wild, what does that do? Ooh, okay. Okay. Soul of the Forest. Ooh, okay. We'll go with that. Yeah, I'm feral, so I'd imagine I'd get to customize my Moonkin form if I went to balance. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. There we are. Let's have a look and see what there is to see, if anything. Oh, can I not do it while I'm shapeshifted? Oh, I guess you can't customize your Moonkin form. Oh well, whatever. Maybe there's a glyph for that or something. So, back to feral before I forget. Okay. So, what else did I want to demonstrate in this first part of the guide? I'm sure I'll think of something after I stop recording. That's always how it works with me. I'd better get out of the way here. Okay. Well, I think I've covered all the basics. So, when the next episode of this guide airs, which it's intertwined with my Civ 6 Beginner's Guide, so it'll be week after next, unless something happens to where I can upload it earlier or forces me to upload it later, I'll go over the leveling process and show you how that works. But for now, you've been watching Phenixx Gaming. My name is once again David Sanders. Thank you immensely for your viewership, and always remember, this channel is nothing without the support of our friends and fans just like you. Thank you again for watching, and if not sooner, I'll see you next week.